The thrills and spills of outrageous professional wrestling is coming your way every Sunday morning. It's Southwest Championship Wrestling, wrestling at its best, with the likes of Bruiser Bob Sweetan, Cowboy Scott Casey, the Turk, and the Masked Grapplers. It's a hard-hitting, eye-opening weekly feature, Southwest Championship Wrestling, following the Sunday Cartoon Express at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on the USA Cable Network. Next.
Welcome to Southwest Championship Wrestling. We've got a couple of tag team matches lined up for you today. These two gentlemen are here with me, and I'll be talking to in just a moment. Eric Embry and Bob Sweetan will be involved in one of them. The other one will see the Masked Grapplers, the Southwest Tag Team Champions, Don Carson in the ring against their opponents. And the girls will be here. Princess Victoria gets the rematch that she asked for last week as she meets Wendi Richter. So stay tuned. The excitement will begin in just a little while here on Southwest Championship Wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm Steve Stack, and it's my pleasure to be here on Southwest Championship Wrestling with you today. And if you remember last week, I promised you the former world's heavyweight champion, Terry Funk. Well, Terry Funk, who makes his home just outside of Amarillo, Texas, is snowed in. They've got 14 inches of snow on the ground, drifts up to 10 feet. So Terry Funk unable to get down here today, but we look forward to having him in the upcoming weeks, and Terry promised us he will come back for you fans here on Southwest Championship Wrestling. Here with me now on my left, Eric Embry. And Eric, it's good to see you here after your match last week.
Thank you, Mr. Stack. You know, last week here I was offered the opportunity of a lifetime, you know, on national television, a chance to have a championship match against the Southwest heavyweight champion, Tully Blanchard.
And that's what it's all about. You worked for that, to get up there and get to the top.
Yeah, but you know, Steve, you know, I found out something, you know, made me realize a lot of things. You know, this Tully Blanchard is one heck of a wrestler. You know, the man's great, or he wouldn't be the Southwest heavyweight champion. But, you know, I'm going to the gym. This Mr. Bob Sweetan here, he's helping me all he can help me. And, hey, you know, by that match, I realized that, you know, I'm not quite the championship caliber material that Tully Blanchard is. You know, hey, I don't like the guy, and a lot of people don't like him, but, you know, a spade's a spade. The guy's good. And, hey, I'm going to work I'm just going to work, and Mr. Blanchard's going to, you know, just Bob Sweetan, he's going to help me. He's going to help me, and I'm going to give it everything I got. But, you know, the thing I don't understand is why, you know, he did what he did. You know, I don't understand that. And
Steve, you know, the people out there know, I told Eric all week, it's very simple why the man did to this man exactly why he did it. It's because he's got a bone to pick with me. He was making an example of this man. He was taking somebody that was a little bit underexperienced in the ring, that doesn't have the experience that I have or that he has, and he took advantage of him. He abused the man, trying to show me exactly what it's all about, trying to get me angered and taking all his frustrations out on Eric Embry. Well, let's get a few things straight, Blanchard. If you got a bone to pick with me, come to me and pick the bone with me. Don't take somebody that doesn't have the experience that you or I have. Come here. Come right to the source. If you think you're so big and so bad and you're such a great champion, come on, step in the ring with me. Sign on that dotted line. Get that contract. That's all I'm waiting for, Blanchard, just the contract.
Thank you very much, Bob. Thank you, Eric. We'll look forward to seeing you in the ring in just a few minutes. Stay tuned now, because the first match will be there shortly. Well, the bell sounds as the referee, Jack Howe, tells them to get ready in the ring. It's Juan Reynosa and Tonga John teaming up against Bob Sweetan and Eric Embry. And starting out, it's Mr. Pile Driver, 285-pound Bob Sweetan from Round Rock, Texas, against Juan Reynosa, who comes in at 255 pounds from San Antonio, Texas. On the ropes, Sweetan with a forearm to the back, another forearm to the back. Eric Embry is tagged in, goes to the side headlock. Shoulder tackle, down goes Juan Reynosa. Another shoulder tackle, Juan Reynosa hits the deck again. This time Reynosa reached in, tried to pick up Embry, but Reynosa finally gets Embry over. Embry quickly coming back after him, covers him up from in front. Referee asked for a break as Reynosa was in the ropes. Reynosa in front. Oh, he threw one on the break, and Embry come back with one of his own. Reynosa decides, well, let me rest a little bit. I'll tag out, and in comes Tonga John. Reverse, comes up with a hammerlock. Reversal by Embry. Side headlock now by Embry. Over the top he goes, turns around, and he snatches Tonga John, puts him down. A little hair pulling as Tonga John tried to pull Embry off of him. Embry bouncing off the ropes. Oh, and Tonga John dropped down like he wanted Embry to go over the top, and Embry just come around, is down, grabs the head. Embry backs up, tags out. Bob Sweetan takes Tonga John down. Sweetan holding on to Tonga John. Eric Embry outside the ring now. Sweetan is in for his team. Now Embry tags in, and it looks like Embry has really recovered well after his battle here with Tully Blanchard last week. It's good to see Eric Embry back in the ring. Somebody yelling about some tight pulling, and I think it's Juan Reynosa yelling at the referee. Reynosa, the tag team partner of Tonga John. There, Sweetan reaches in to help out a little bit. Lay on the ropes. Tonga John tries to throw Eric Embry off. Couldn't do it. Now Embry tags out, and big Bob Sweetan back in. Sweetan puts Tonga John down. And both men weighing in at 285 pounds. No doubt about it, they are big. Here comes a tag. In comes Embry again. Side headlock on Tonga John. Up on the ropes. Uses the ropes for a little leverage and puts the big man down. Embry holding on tight. Embry holds on to the head of Tonga John. Tonga John reaches in, drops him back. As Tonga John tries to get things turned around for his team. He decides to tag out. He holds Embry as Reynosa comes in. Juan Reynosa with a little kick. Reynosa, blow to the head, another one to the head, another one to the side of the head by Juan Reynosa. Reverse neck breaker. Reynosa with a knee across the chest. Tags out, in comes Tonga John. Reynosa kicks Embry before he leaves, and Tonga John greets him with a kick. Embry bounces off the ropes. Big blow to the top of the head of Tonga John. Knocks him down. Can Embry get over and tag out the Sweetan? Tonga John's in between, but Embry comes between the legs, and he makes the tag, and Sweetan comes in. Oh, the fans go wild when Bob Sweetan's in the ring. They really like this guy. Power slam. Oh, you're slamming 285 pounds. Goes over the top, blows him up, and it is, did he get him? Did he get him? I don't know. I couldn't tell. I believe the referee got the 3 count. Yes, he did. The bell sound was tied up over there in the corner. I couldn't see the referee, Jack Howe. Looked like Reynosa was going to interfere, but he was kept out of there, and it was 1, 2, 3. Bob Sweetan and Eric Embry win the opening match here on Southwest Championship Wrestling with defeat Tonga John and Juan Reynosa. Stay tuned because the girls are next on Southwest Championship Wrestling.
Wednesday.
The 2 top-ranked girls in professional wrestling are back with us today. Remember, it's a rematch. Princess Victoria requesting the rematch after last week, and Wendi Richter, as I saw it, and a lot of other people saw it, it looked like you might have used the trunk to win the match over Princess Victoria.
Hey, I don't have to pull no one's tights. I don't have to cheat. I can beat anybody fair and square, and I don't appreciate anyone accusing me of cheating.
Well, you're back here for the rematch today, and I know that Princess Victoria is going to try to get even.
Well, I don't know how successful she's going to be at it. My mama told me if I do anything, do my best, and I'm going to do it, baby.
Okay, she's waiting for you in the ring, and thank you for coming by.
Oh, thank you.
Miss Wendi Richter now going to make her way into the ring as Princess Victoria is standing there waiting for her. So let's go to the ring and the bell for this match. Referee Jack Howe getting the girls ready. Wendi Richter claiming she didn't pull the trunks of Princess Victoria last week. She's having a hard time there with Jack Howe already. You better look out for this girl. She is mean. Princess Victoria, 130 pounds out of Vancouver, British Columbia, reaches in, pulls Wendi Richter down. Wendi makes her home in Dallas, Texas. 140 pounds for the Dallas cowgirl, Wendi Richter. She kicks Princess Victoria off. Arm drag. Another arm drag by Princess Victoria, and Wendi Richter bails out on the other side of the ring. Well, she wanted the referee to hold Princess Victoria back, and you can see why. But Wendi Richter comes up with that kick and kicks Princess Victoria across the way. Now she kicks her down. She reaches down, grabs her by the hair, slams her to the mat. Oh, boy. She reaches in, slams Princess Victoria, drops down on top of her. Here's the count, and it's 2 as Princess Victoria kicks out from underneath. Wendi Richter takes the arm bar, pulls it into hammerlock, really locks it up tight. Victoria reaching back, trying to come around. Oh, she does get in behind her, bounces her off the ropes, rolls her up. 1, 2, and Wendi Richter kicks out. Nice move there by Princess Victoria. Now Wendi Richter claiming that Princess Victoria pulled the trunks, and the referee Jack Howe talks to her about it. Wendi Richter takes the leg. Doesn't get to keep it as she is kicked off by Princess Victoria. Princess Victoria takes that leg again, steps inside, has the toe hold. And here comes Wendi Richter right back. Referee making her break that hold. He caught her that time. Pulling the tights, and he warns Wendi Richter. Back to the leg. Drops that 140 pounds across the knee. Wendi Richter, Princess Victoria on Southwest Championship Wrestling from the Junction. I don't know whether you could hear or not. She yelled to the crowd. She said, "You want me to break your leg?" She's mean. There's no doubt about it. She'll try anything. She didn't want this match anyhow. She thought she won fair and square last week. Slingshots off that leg, and the Princess really hurting. Wendi Richter kicks her. Kicks her again. And again. Reaches down, grabs her, puts her throat on that bottom rope. Oh, and the referee, Jack Howe, throws her off. He's warned her about that hair pulling and about the trunk pulling, and there he got into the action. The Princess comes up with a punt. There's that tomahawk chop. Another tomahawk chop from Princess Victoria. Oh, she dives through the air and knocked Wendi Richter down. Here comes the count. It's 1, and Wendi Richter kicks out. Forearm across the chest. And Wendi Richter with a big boot knocks the Princess back into the center of the ring. She has hold of the hair. Lays her on the ropes, now grabs her by the arm, whips her across the ring, gets that big boot up right underneath the throat. Drops across the throat, has her covered up. This could be all over. Ooh, the referee started down for that 3 count, but he didn't get it. There's that tomahawk chop again. I can hear that one pop up here. Side headlock by Princess Victoria. Wendi Richter complaining to the referee about trunks, but look at Wendi pick up Princess Victoria, but Victoria had the leverage going her way and brings Wendi Richter right down. Princess Victoria holds on to the side headlock. Over the top she goes. Oh, they collide. Oh, they collide. Both girls down. Princess Victoria's up. She goes over and grabs Wendi Richter. Reaches in. Oh. Princess Victoria was trying to pick up Wendi Richter, but Wendi Richter had her going the other way, and she got a 2 count on her. Here's she go up in the air again. This time she reaches in, pulls her down. Here's a count, and it is only 2. It looked like Princess Victoria may have won her right there, but it was only 2. Here comes a crisscross. Victoria drops down. Over the top goes Wendi Richter. Oh, and she clotheslines her. There's the count. 2. Oh, boy. Like the referee may get a 3 count that time, but once again, Victoria got out from underneath. Shoulder breaker. Count on Princess Victoria. It's 2. Wendi Richter can't believe that she didn't get a 3 count. Going up on the middle rope. Flies through the air, and Princess Victoria moved out from underneath. She goes, grabs the legs, has her rolled up. There's the count, and this time it's 1, 2, 3, and Wendi Richter goes down in defeat at the hands of Princess Victoria as Richter came flying through the air. Victoria wasn't there. And then she reached over and grabbed the legs, rolled her up. 1, 2, 3, and it's all over. Princess Victoria, the winner over Wendi Richter. Stay tuned because we'll be back with more right after this. Next match in the ring is the Hangman Bobby Jaggers from Kansas up against Steve Regal from Indianapolis, Indiana. You heard the bell? Don't forget. Oh, Jaggers, just a minute, I'll tell you something about our most puffer wrestler contest. But Regal right now trying to finish off Jaggers in a hurry. Oh, Regal got him down. 1 count as Jaggers bails out of the ring. Don't forget to send us your vote for the most popular wrestler. Send it to Southwest Championship Wrestling, 1704 Blanco Road, San Antonio, Texas, zip code 78212. Vote for your favorite wrestler, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. Regal holding on to the arm of Bobby Jaggers. Goes an elbow into the shoulder of that left arm. Holds on tight. Regal drags him down. Steve Regal. Takes that arm, has it bent up in a hammerlock position. Reaches up, tries to pull Jaggers over where he can get those shoulders down for a 3 count. Jaggers not touching that one shoulder, so there was no count. Now Jaggers rolling back over. Regal holds onto the arm, still has it locked in the hammerlock position. Oh, an elbow knocks Regal off. The shoulder knocks Regal down. A takedown as Regal scissors the legs and then goes to the arm. Regal holding on to that arm, also putting a lot of pressure on the back of the hangman from Kansas, Bobby Jaggers. Off the ropes. Ducks underneath. And down goes Jaggers. Steve Regal holding on to that left arm of Jaggers. Jaggers gets up to his knees. Oh, he says, ooh, as Regal twisted it. Has it locked back. Elbow to the top of the head gets rid of Steve Regal for a moment, but Regal comes back with one of his own. Steve Regal back to the arm. A knee from Jaggers. A kick from Jaggers. Laid a punch around the eye of Steve Regal. Now Jaggers grabs him by the hair, slams his head into the turnbuckle. Jaggers with a fist. The referee tells him, open that hand up. Off the ropes comes Regal, and he's knocked down with an elbow from the hangman, Bobby Jaggers. Big slam. Jaggers going for the pin. Only gets a 2 count. In behind with the face lock. Next week here on Southwest Championship Wrestling, making his way in from Tampa, Florida, Mike Graham. Jaggers holding on to Regal. Jaggers complaining about Regal maybe pulling the hair, and as the referee went around to check, Jaggers reached up and got himself a handful of Steve Regal's golden locks and pulls him down. Jaggers distracting the referee long enough to get things turned around his way. Regal kicks out from underneath. Jaggers with a knee. Staggers Regal back into the ropes, but Regal comes out kicking. Jaggers comes up swinging. Elbow to the top of the head by the hangman, Bobby Jaggers. Regal kicks out. Regal tries to knock the hangman back, but he comes up with the elbow, but Regal stays right with him. Lays him on the ropes, grabs him by the arm, whips him across the ring, and gets that elbow up and puts the hangman down. Up, down goes the hangman. On top is Regal. There's the count, and it's 2. Whipped into the turnbuckle. Jaggers in the corner. Forearms by Regal. Now punch. Another punch. The referee says, bring him out. And Jaggers comes out with a punch. He laid it into the left eye of Steve Regal. Side headlock by Regal. Jaggers whips him off over the top, goes Regal. The hangman from Bobby Jaggers has cut the legs out from underneath Steve Regal as Bobby Jaggers loaded it up. Got the hangman on Steve Regal right underneath the throat. It's 1, 2, 3. And the hangman, Bobby Jaggers, wins another one here on Southwest Championship Wrestling with the hangman hold.
That's right, the hangman. Scott Casey and everybody watching this. 2 weeks ago, you saw me beat by this man. But not just by this man, by Scott Casey. Well, I got news for you, Daddy. The big hangman from Kansas just come out here and prove to you, Casey, and prove to the world nobody takes advantage of me. Well, Scott Casey, where are you? Hiding behind your mama, your wife, your little brother? See, that's what happens. I come out here, I beat a man fair and square. Now I just want to address this to Scott Casey, all right? Scott Casey, I heard what you said about me before. About the hangman hold, putting people in hospitals. Let me ask you a question right now. How does Steve Regal feel? Does he know if he can catch his next breath of air? Does he know if he's going to breathe anymore? How does it feel, Casey? Well, you take a good hard look at him, Daddy. Because you might be next, Casey. But when you're next, Casey, there's going to be nobody looking at you. Because nobody cares. I don't care. And it's come to the point now, Steve Sachs, it's got to be settled. It's got to be settled. And this is something that isn't going to be settled in 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights, or a month. It's something that's going to be settled over a period of time. People are going to have stitches in their head. They're going to have broken bones. They're going to go to hospitals. They're going to check in. They're going to check out. But Casey, one of those nights, you're going to check in, but you're not going to check out. So you listen to me. You are next on the Hangman's List, baby.
The hangman, Bobby Jaggers, addressing those words from the Cowboy Scott Casey. Stay tuned, because the masked grapplers of Don Carson will be coming out in a match in just a little while. We'll be back with Southwest Championship Wrestling right after this.
Ask.
Well, earlier today here on Southwest Championship Wrestling, we were approached by the Goodnight Irene man, Adrian Adonis. He asked for a little time. He said he had some things to say to some of the wrestlers in the area. He's unable to wrestle here tonight. He's had another commitment and had to leave town, so we gave him time, and here we go to the ring now and pick up these words from the Goodnight Irene man, Adrian Adonis.
No. Guess everybody knows who I am from one coast to the next. From Morris Day, I'm the toast. Toast to the town, toast to the city, but most of all, people know me for my well-earned name in the ring. That is a professional wrestler. That is one of the best in America and in the world. I've done a lot of things in my day, not ashamed of nothing. Did it by myself. Made a few bucks. A lot of bucks. It's none of your business, though. Always held my own. Never needed nobody. Always a lone wolf, Daddy. Never had a gang. Hit and run with me. Guerrilla fighter. That's what's up to date. Some people irk me. Some people I just play with. Manipulate like so many nickels and dimes in my pocket. Done it all my life. Very proud of it. Learned my skills not in school. Learned them up here. Common sense, Daddy. That's the name of the game. Lost a home in California, floating in the ocean, but hey, it's only paper. That's all it is, man. We come in with nothing and we leave with nothing. Always held my own. That's why it kind of irks me when people like Bob Sweetan starts telling I'm a flunky. Let me tell you something. I always did the job by myself. Sure, I'm hired, but I do the firing. He blames that I run in and say Blanchard's belt. He blames me for running the cage matches and him beating him up and hurting him. Well, hey, something. Hey, listen to this. Generals needed a scapegoat. Bob Sweetan needs a scapegoat. He's nothing but a low-class society person. He has no class. Now, anytime he wants me, he can come for me. It could be in a street, it could be in an alley, it could be behind Tin Pan Alley. It doesn't matter. Adonis is here to stay in the big state of Texas. At least they think they're big down here. I'll wrestle you any place, like I said before. I'm not going to say it again. Moving on down the line, got a man named Ivan Putski. Another man. He can do a lot of bench presses. Do a lot of silly talking. When it comes down to manipulating, I'm the king, and I'm the king in the ring, and I'm going to show him too, because there's a lot of lessons to be told when Adonis is in town, when he's in a territory, or when he's traveling all over the world. Because like I said, man, I am the best, and everybody knows it. And when I tell you people the truth on TV, seems to get you uptight, especially you armchair quarterbacks. Bob Sweetan, you're on my mind mostly. My wheels are turning all the time. We're wearing you down slowly, but please don't kind of, you know, pass the buck, as they say. You know, like Truman, you say the buck stops here. Well, it's going to stop, Daddy. It could stop you forever. I'm talking about Vegetable'ville when Goodnight Irene's around your neck. And it's coming on down the line. It could be Friday. It could be next month. But here I am. Don't blame me for nothing. And ladies and gentlemen, just listen to this and use this term very loosely. Just calling you ladies and gentlemen, but I will prove to you that I can beat anybody. And I never go down fighting because I never go down. And not someday, but in the very sweet, near future, narrow future, I'm going to have it all, just like Bogey and McCall. And you people won't like that. But remember the word wrestling, A-D-O-N-I-S.
Well, you can look forward to seeing the Goodnight Irene man, Adrian Adonis, in the ring here very soon on Southwest Championship. Scott Casey, the Cowboy, is here with me. And Scott, Bobby Jaggers was right here a little while ago, and he had a lot to say about you.
Yes, he did, Steve, and I won't go along with everything he said. I want to talk a little bit about his match. You know, the man is a good professional wrestler, but it's a shame that he has to resort to his hangman. Now, if it was just a straight arm, I could understand that, but when the man uses something in his pad, and I definitely know he does because I've felt this, then that's where you draw the line. Now, the man keeps going on about how I badmouth him. I've never badmouthed the man. I don't intend to. I did have a match with him, and he's sporting a few scars from it, but that's part of professional wrestling. I've got a few myself. He says that it's going to go on and on and on until one of us doesn't come back to wrestle again. And that possibly could happen, Steve. I hope it doesn't ever happen because I want to wrestle the rest of my life. I want to be a professional wrestler as long as I can, and I love the sport. But if that's the way the man feels about it, then so be it, because I'm not going to back down from him, and I don't think he's going to back down from me. So it's going to be who's the better man, and I'm ready to take him on anywhere across America because we are viewed all over the United States.
I'd like to see you take him on right here for all the fans at home.
That would be quite a match. I'd like to do that sometime. Maybe we can get that signed up.
Scott, speaking of all our fans at home, of course, you know we are conducting our most popular wrestler contest, and as we have the current totals, I don't have the exact numbers, but leading the pack are Ricky Morton and Scott Casey.
Well, that's very flattering. I appreciate that from people all over the United States and all over where we're viewed. You know, we're getting cards and letters from all over the United States. What is it, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, and places like that, and it's just fantastic, the response we're getting from the fans, and I hope you appreciate what we're doing up here because each and every one of us, you may not like our style, you may not like the way we look, but we're out there and we're giving 150% because if you don't for Southwest Wrestling, you don't belong here. And I just hope the fans keep riding in, and no matter whether Ricky wins it, Ken Lucas wins it, Bob Sweetan, or, you know, maybe myself, I don't know. They'll well deserve it because each and every one of the guys are good professional athletes, and we really appreciate the people riding in, and we hope you enjoy what we're doing.
Thank you very much, Scott Casey, the Cowboy.
Thank you very much.
The Grapplers of Don Carson, they're the Southwest Tag Team Champions. They're in the ring next, but first, this message.
for another scoring show with the great Gretzky on the next edition of USA's Monday Night NHL. The National Hockey League scoring champion leads the red-hot Oilers into battle with the powerful Montreal Canadiens. They've got their share of net fillers in crafty veteran Guy Lafleur and rookie shooting star Mats Naslund. Save some time for Monday Night NHL, live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, on the USA Cable Network.
Speed, skill, excitement, hockey.
Well, before the Southwest Tag Team Champions, the Grapplers of Don Carson, go into the ring, they have come by here to stand, and this is their manager, the fabulous Don Carson.
Steve, I'm the happiest man in America today.
Why?
I got the greatest tag team in the world, ladies and gentlemen, the Southwest Tag Team Heavyweight Champions, the Grapplers. You can't get any finer than the Grapplers. They are right up on top. They got intelligence. They have the body to get the job done. If they have to, they walk over people. And I heard you out here a while ago, you were naming off names of the little sisters around the country. They might be the winners of this, that, and the other. How do you know that this gentleman right here might not be the greatest athlete in the world? Or this one right over here? The people have a choice. That's right. And ladies and gentlemen, the finest manager in the world today is telling you that if you vote for these men right here, you are voting for a winner, right, partner?
That's right. You know, Don, everybody likes a winner. Nobody likes to be a loser.
That's it.
I can understand that. If you people out there want to get behind some winners, you'd better get behind yours truly, Mr. Don Carson and his Grapplers. That's what we've been doing ever since we've been here. And that's the reason we got these Southwest Tag Team titles, because we're the best. People, they got a name for you. You're the greatest wrestlers in wrestling today. They don't call you great wrestlers. They call you the Grapplers. Beat us if you can.
Going to the ring now.
It's great to be #1, and we love it. We're just like the Super Bowl champions. We are up on top, and we are #1.
And now they're going into the ring where their opponents will be Rick Quick Draw McGraw and El Santo Negro. So let's go to the ring with the referee, Jack Howe. Referee Jack Howe into the ring with Rick McGraw and El Santo Negro. And Don Carson puts the Grapplers, the Southwest Tag Team Champions, in the ring. Their title is not on the line tonight. And the crowd, it's another tremendous crowd here at the Junction in San Antonio, Texas tonight, where Southwest Championship Wrestling is taped every Monday night, 8:30 starting time in San Antonio. So if you're in town, come on out. We'd like to see you. Oh, Rick McGraw really lays one on Grappler #1. Rick McGraw, 228 pounds, out of Charlotte, North Carolina. The Grappler with a forearm to the back. Grappler reaches in, has McGraw up, slams him to the mat, covers him up. Here's the count, and it was just one. Grappler #2 now tags into the ring. Both Grapplers whip McGraw across the ring. McGraw holds onto the rope as he saw the Grapplers over there ready to knock him down, and he got there the drop kick and kicked them both down. Another drop kick from Rick McGraw. An arm drag by McGraw, and hey, this guy can fly. Rick McGraw, Grappler #2. Now it's Grappler #1 tagging back in. Don't forget the most popular wrestler contest, 1704 Blanco Road, San Antonio, Texas, zip code 7212. Vote for your favorite wrestling star. Grappler knocks McGraw off, goes with a forearm to the back now, elbow to the top of the head. McGraw comes up swinging. They exchange blows. Continue to swing him out. And it's a Grappler in the corner. He's grabbed by McGraw, taken all the way across, thrown into the turnbuckle, goes in, comes up with a monkey flip. Oh, he flips him out of there. The other Grappler comes into the ring, and both Grapplers now, big monkey flipped out of that corner. And Don Carson can't believe it. What moves from Rick Quick Draw McGraw. Let's see where that quick draw comes from. Oh, the fans are going wild. McGraw has the grappler down. That is grappler number 1. In tags El Santo Negro. He goes to the arm. Really has it twisted back. El Santo Negro tags out. He holds the grappler till McGraw comes in, throws an elbow into that arm that El Santo Negro had all twisted up. Off the ropes, it's McGraw's elbow knocks him down. Now a kick from the grappler. McGraw's head slammed into the turnbuckle by grappler number 1. In comes grappler number 2 now as McGraw's whipped into the ropes, and this time it's a double elbows from the grapplers. They have McGraw down. He wasn't out. McGraw trying to punch it from down on his knees, but you can see grappler number 2 with those elbows top of the head continues to control the match. In comes grappler number 1. Oh. McGraw somehow standing. Atomic drop. In behind goes McGraw, and he gives the grappler an atomic drop. So Rick Quick-Draw McGraw holding his own here against the grapplers of Don Carson. Now it's grappler number 2 tagging in. El Santo Negro comes in to help out. It was 2-on-1 for a moment. El Santo Negro come in to help his partner. Here comes McGraw bouncing off the ropes. And the doubled up fist knocks McGraw down. A knee from the grappler. Here's the count. It's 2, and Rick McGraw kicked out from underneath. Oh, a double atomic drop. McGraw is hurting now. Grappler number 1 has him covered up, and it was 2. Grappler number 1 would probably like to back over and tag out to grappler number 2. Let's see if that's what he's trying to do. He does. Grappler number 2 holding on that left arm of Rick McGraw. Has it bent up right into the shoulder. There's a tag. Number 1 grappler back in the ring. Ooh, he had a fist in the midsection to Rick McGraw. McGraw snatches him, puts him down. Didn't get him for the 3 count, though. McGraw off the ropes with a forearm, knocks the grappler back. A kick. Lays one to the side of the head, and now some nice punches there. From McGraw, down goes the grappler. In comes grappler number 2, and he's greeted with a punch. Grappler number 1 is slammed by Rick McGraw. So Quick-Draw is outdrawing him tonight. There goes the other grappler down. Grappler number 1 hits the deck, and Don Carson just can't believe what's going on. The grappler whipping McGraw across the ring. Got in front for a backflip, but McGraw kicks him down, tags out. El Santo Negro comes in. Oh, did he lay one on the grappler? Flies through the air. Knocked the grappler down. A drop kick. El Santo Negro flying around this ring. Oh, he went for a flip there, and the grappler got an elbow to the back of the neck, and El Santo Negro is hurt. Grappler number 1 holds him, puts a backbreaker on him, and grappler number 2 comes diving off that middle rope, and El Santo Negro is hurt. There's the 3 count. Rick McGraw could not get in. McGraw had really cleaned house for a while. They continue to punch it out with McGraw, but El Santo Negro was pinned for the count of 3 as the grappler number 2 came off the middle rope as grappler number 1 was holding him across the knee. And Rick McGraw and El Santo Negro go down as the losers against the Southwest Tag Team Champions, the Grapplers. We'll be back with more right after this.
The Philadelphia Daily News called
Heavyweight champion here on Southwest Championship Wrestling today, and I noticed you didn't put your name on a contract to get in the ring here today.
Hey, Steve Stack, you might be from Amarillo, you might be Terry Funk's buddy. My name was on a contract. Terry Funk can hide behind snow, blizzards, whatever he wants to hide behind. Terry Funk was supposed to wrestle me today on Southwest Championship Wrestling. Where is Terry Funk?
You know where Terry Funk is?
Yeah, Terry Funk is scared to death to get in the ring with Tully Blanchard because last time he got hurt real bad and he has a little bit loss of hearing. Speaking of people that don't want to wrestle, the Southwest Heavyweight Champion seems to be Mike Graham. Where's Mike Graham been?
Mike Graham is scheduled to be here next week.
The Florida Heavyweight Champion. Mike Graham, I know you can hear this down there in your nice little home in Tampa, Florida. Why won't you come back to Texas and wrestle the man that beats you? Because you don't have enough guts. I guess that makes me the Florida Heavyweight Champion also, doesn't it?
I don't think
I tell you what, the King, Jerry Lawler. Where's the King, the Southern Heavyweight Champion? He's at home in sweet little Memphis under the protection of his guardian. But he won't come back to the Texas. All he wants to do is brag about beating up a 130-pound comedian. Great. Why don't you come beat a 230-pound wrestler up, the Southwest Heavyweight Champion, Lawler, that humiliated you in the Hemisphere Arena? Okay, Dick Slater. There's another one. He's sitting in North Carolina trying to be big-time Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion. Dick Slater, you missed a title championship with me. Were you too afraid to come and wrestle me? That's 4 of the biggest names in professional wrestling, so-called, but they won't wrestle me. That's one thing you got to hand to Bob Sweetan. At least he wants his name on a contract with me. But now, Bob Sweetan, I have a little message for you. What gain, if you were in my shoes, Bob Sweetan, what gain would you have to wrestle you for the Southwest Heavyweight title? Ask yourself that question. Absolutely none is right. Absolutely none. I have everything to lose and nothing to gain by wrestling Bob Sweetan for this belt. I have beaten the man in the tournament. Right?
Right.
Okay. I have proven that I can beat the man. I have pile-drived him on television for everyone to see.
With a little help sometimes.
Steve Stack, I'm talking, okay? Now, Bob Sweetan, when and if it ever becomes profitable to me to wrestle you for the Southwest Heavyweight title, I may consider it. Meanwhile, I issue a challenge to all the aforementioned people. Please, come and wrestle me. Give me some competition.
Thank you very much. The Southwest Heavyweight Champion, Tully Blanchard. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up today for the most exciting hour in professional wrestling, Southwest Championship Wrestling. Till next week, Steve Stack saying so long from Texas.